Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, November 12th, and once again, I thank you so much for joining into our weekly webinars. I'm sure you're all at your wits' end with this tumultuous enrollment period that we're going through on the under 65 market. It's been pretty difficult this year. I'm sure you all have experienced that with the rate increases and trying to deliver products to your clients that you know, have all the bells and whistles that they've become accustomed to the last 2 years. So it's been pretty difficult for everyone. Just know that we're all in this together and we'll figure it out. Just to get into our agenda, as a reminder for 2015, and it looks like we're having some audio issues, so I apologize if we keep coming in and out. But for 2015, paper applications for capital will be accepted here at URL, and then 2016, you can either do online from your producer portal when you log in, and or sending over a paper application to URL, and we'll enter it online for you. Also wanted to talk a little bit about the capital networks because this value HMO has been causing a lot of questions. It is rating area 9 in Capital's rating book, and it includes Fulton, Franklin, Cumberland, Perry, Juniata, Dauphin, Lancaster, Lebanon, Berks, Lehigh, Northampton. So that's rating area 9. The value HMO is available in 7 counties, and if you go outside of those counties, even within the 21 county area, you will not have coverage. So it is pretty restrictive, and also Lancaster General Hospital is not in the value HMO. So I just want you guys to be mindful of that so that you are making sure to look up those doctors when you're going, when you're writing a Capital Blue Cross plan, not only for the PPO, but the HMO and most assuredly the value HMO. So make sure you check those providers when you're selling the products. Another thing is on the HMO programs and the value HMO programs, a primary care physician choice is required. However, on the exchange and on the exchange, there's no ability to choose the primary care physician. So rest assured, Capital said that, you know, when they have an on-exchange application for Cap Blue Cross and it is an HMO program or a value HMO, they will be reaching out multiple times to the consumer to get that primary care physician, both by letter and phone call. So just if you were concerned about that, know that that is going to be solved. Another thing on UPMC payment protocol for on and off, when you're enrolling on the UPMC site, for off exchange, you must enter a payment information for their first month's premium. The member is not going to be automatically set up on an auto pay and have their money taken out each month. They will receive a bill. If the member would like to be set up on auto pay for off exchange programs and have their money taken out each month for their premium, they will need to contact member services at UPMC, and the payment will be withdrawn the 20th of every month. For on exchange, members still won't have the ability to pay on exchange. They will have the option only to pay later, as most do, most carriers do. So that is that bullet point. The FFM certification and choosing GA for Aetna and Coventry, that deadline has come and gone. So unfortunately, if you were not able to do that and choose URL as your GA, you do not have that ability to choose URL until after open enrollment for Aetna or Coventry. So that's, you know, among many other things that you had to do during this busy time, that was one of them, unfortunately, and some people missed it, but there's nothing we can do about that, again, unfortunately. Another thing is, if I can find my notes, on next Thursday, November 19th at 9 a.m., NAFEH, which is a life and insurance and financial advisors meeting, association meeting, they are going to be going over a lot of group information, and Matthew McLeese from, looks like Capital Blue Cross is going to be giving the presentation. It's going to be held at the Hampton Marketplace Capital Blue Retail Store, 4500 Marketplace Way in Enola. This information is going to be in my newsletter, and it starts at 9 a.m. So if you go, you'll probably have to miss my webinar. But they're going to go over a lot of important things, such as the employer mandate, employer reporting requirements, the Cadillac tax and what's afoot with that, small market expansion to 100 employees, which didn't take place, and then other taxes and fees. So it should be pretty informative. If you have some time and that interests you, you may want to, again, check out my newsletter and make arrangements to register for that meeting next Thursday. Next bullet point before we get to our open forum is the Ebix and Health Connect portal. I know it's not updated. We have no control over it, unfortunately. We have been asking for an ETA. I know they're working on updating programs, but at this point, they're still not updated. I know that's a cause of extreme frustration for everyone. It is for us as well. You can rely on us for your quotes, but I also ask for your patience because we've just been slammed with quotes. So we are still offering our excellent and stellar service. It's just that we're in a bit of a backlog. So just be mindful of that, and we're going to try to do things as quickly as we can to get you those rates. In the meantime, there are paper rates on our website, and then, of course, the carrier portals. Another way to look at rates for a particular areas to go right on to healthcare.gov. So just be mindful of that as well. We're here to help as we always have been, but again, just we're in a bit of a backlog. So that pretty much brings us up to the open forum. If you have any questions, you can type in your questions in the question box, or you can raise your hand icon and I'll unmute you. A reminder again, next Thursday, November 19th, 9:30 is our weekly webinar. We'll have that as we always do. And again, if you are interested in going to the NAFEH meeting, then you will be missing us, but still register because you will get the recording. So let's look at some of these questions. Please explain the embedded Highmark product and if it differs from their other products. The embedded Highmark program is a health savings account, Mike, so it does differ from programs, obviously, that are not health savings accounts. But the embedded really means that, typically in HSA, it's either a single deductible or family deductible, and a lot of programs this year have changed. So the embedded means that if there's a $4,500 deductible, this year it would have been a $9,000 family deductible, but the embedded for 2016 means that no one person can meet more than their single deductible and single out-of-pocket. So it works very similar to, a PPO plan where if one person is sick, they meet their own personal deductible, their own personal out-of-pocket maximum, and then once that is met, 100% is paid by the company. Works the same way on these embedded HSA programs. Hope that makes sense. And Jay says that he's finding the value HMO is freezing up the Capital Blue Cross. Freezing up. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a typo, Jay. I know that the value HMO is pretty restrictive. Again, you just need to make sure that the providers are in there, or you're going to be doing a disservice to your clients. Mike says he's looking for product summary sheets like we had from Highmark last year. Does CVC have similar sheets or just the summary of benefits and coverage? They don't have product sheets individually. They do have the summaries of benefits of coverage that are available on their website, but what is on our site is what we have and what they've sent out. Jay says he's been having issues trying to log on to Capital to go to Exchange. Cecilia is aware, so I have been handwriting in the plan ID and description on a paper application. Yeah, that should have been fixed. They had some redirect issues. My understanding is that they've since been fixed, so I would try that again, Jay. And Dave says, I know about CBC, but for the others, what is the lowest cost plan that provides prescription coverage before deductible? That's a tough one. There's, you know, Dave, I'm going to have to get back to you on that because it really depends on the area. And, you know, the capital plans, I would say if you're looking at the next lowest cost plan, the shared cost PPO with Highmark, but I'm not sure that that has prescription co-pays prior to that deductible. So I'm going to have to look into that, Dave. Is there a CBC number we can call to ask if specific drugs are covered and what tiers? No, but it is on the homepage of their website, so I would look there. That's the best way to look at the formulary. And Kelly says, can you shed light on the multi-state plans? Yes, let me just get my verbiage. The multi-state plans were available last year as well. And if I can find my notes, I can answer that. Found my notes, just have to get to it. So the multi-state plans, okay. Multi-state plans does not mean that it offers coverage in more than one state. As a PPO, you will already have national coverage, so it's not multi-state. A multi-state plan is a private insurance plan sold through the health insurance marketplace under a contract between the U.S. Office of Personnel Management and an insurance company such as Highmark. There is additional oversight in a member's rights and appeals with this plan. For example, the OPM will conduct a separate review if a dispute involves issues of contract coverage, such as whether a benefit is covered under the plan. And the OPM is a federal agency that administers health insurance plans for federal employees, retirees, and their families. So it doesn't answer it specifically, but I can tell you that the multi-plans were here last year and the year before. There typically is a plan that mimics those programs that is not multi-state, and it mimics them both in price and coverage. So, and furthermore, the multi-state plans are not brokered, so keep that in mind. We're already doing a lot of pro bono work. I wouldn't sell them. With the embedded deductible, David asked, can one individual satisfy the entire family deductible? No, Dave. No one person can exceed their single only deductible or out of pocket. Jay says what he's trying to say that on the CBC doctor lookup, the link, the plan choice dropdown will not work. It might just be a glitch, Jay, because it was working yesterday. And Dave asks about the Aetna RX plans. They are all HMOs, open access HMOs. But Dave, I will look into both of those questions for you and follow up with you. So that's pretty much it. That brings us to the end of our questions. As always, I really appreciate you taking some time during this really crazy busy season that we're in, and certainly appreciate your loyalty and your commitment and partnership with URL. So thanks very much. Keep up the good work, everyone, and enjoy your day. Bye-bye.